Good evening. This meeting will come to order. This is the Zoning Board of Appeals, October 2019 meeting. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Wolf and Mr. Hirsch are excused this evening. Mr. Soda?
Here.
Mr. Tizzola?
Here.
Ms. Ferrante? Here. Ms. Valcott?
Here.
Mr. Dubois?
Here.
And Mr. Casey?
Here.
Thank you.
Also present this evening is Meg Green, our recording secretary, Stephen Harris, our zoning officer. If you feel there's someone on the board that might be a conflict of interest to your hearing, please let us know. If you're here this evening for item number 2, 67 High Street, that has been withdrawn, so that will not be heard this evening. Let's see. So item number 1, please.
Item number 1, 909 to 915 Boston Post Road, MBP 13/117/16, R5, Ron Wolf, PE agent for Michael Brockman, owner. Vary section 3.16.4.21A, front yard setback to 13.9 feet where 20 feet required, and 6.3.2 to laterally expand non-conforming building.
Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening. Ron Wolf, professional engineer representing the applicant and the owner, Michael Brockman. The property's at 909, 915 Boston Post Road. And as the application states, we're requesting setback on the front yard from 20 feet to 13.7 feet in accordance with zoning regulation 3.16.4.21A, and also to laterally expand the existing non-conforming building in accordance with zoning regulation 6.3.2.
Can you just pick that microphone up just a little bit more when you're talking, please?
With me this evening is Bruce Jaffin. He's the proposed general contractor. And Rich Jackson, he is the general manager at Mazda at the dealership. I'd like to just have Bruce speak a little bit about the proposed addition and its function and its purpose and why it's necessary.
Okay, thank you. Each gentleman, please identify yourself as you come up and your address, please.
I am Bruce Jaffin, president of Cason Construction. The address would be 91 Providence Highway, Westwood, Massachusetts. I'm here in front of the board to just give a quick capstan of what we're doing here. There's an existing building that's part hexagon in shape. It's where the old Volvo dealership is, and the intent is to take down that area, and that's shown in yellow on the drawing. And then we're going to build an addition that's approximately 18 feet by 70 feet in the front. I am also the general contractor for 4 other Mazda dealerships. They have a national program to update their facility, most of which is in the front of the building, which they call as a jewel box, which accents the vehicles. So right now, the intent is to have a setback of approximately 18 feet rather than 20 feet, and that is the requirement. 13.7, and that is what we're asking for in terms of relief to build this addition.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any questions for this gentleman? For either gentleman so far? No? Okay. Someone else is speaking, you said?
If the commission desires, Mr. Jackson can just give a brief overview of the dealership and who are the employees and so forth.
All right, and then what are you going to do? You're going to follow up with the rest of the details, or? Okay, thank you.
Good evening. My name is Richard Jackson. I'm the manager at Mazda of Milford, New Lunbro, and the property owned by LBN. The facility change that we're proposing, we have 42 employees currently we employ. We're a top-performing Mazda dealership within the Mazda franchise in our district. Mazda has changed the entire protocol of selling Mazdas, and they've made this a requirement to continue getting our margin, meaning our profitability is greatly affected by whether we build or not. So this is absolutely crucial to our survival to move forward with this. So we appreciate any considerations. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sir, go ahead.
And again, just to summarize, we're removing a portion of the existing non-conforming structure and replacing it with something that matches Mazda's dealership requirements, and those are shown on the handouts that we submitted with the application.
Now, in looking at the picture here of the front of the building, there's going to be 2 floors, as right now you only have 1?
Actually, it's just going to be 1 floor. What they tried to do is they have a Mazda car that's on a vehicle lift that's approximately 12 feet off the ground. So it's just a single floor. It's approximately 23 feet in height, and there's no additional square footage on the second floor.
Any questions? No? No? Pretty simple, huh? Okay. Okay, do you have anything else to present, sir? You all set?
We are all set.
Okay, all right, thank you. Anyone else here speaking in favor? Anyone here speaking in favor? Is there anyone here opposed? If you're opposed to this application, please come forward. State your reasons why, please.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Rivera. My property abuts your property, and we have questions about whether or not they're going to change the buffer zone in the back, and how much different is the building that they want in comparison to the size that's there now. Will that block things? They have not been, in the past, faithful to the buffer zone or the cleanup of that area, and we are still concerned that this will be an ongoing issue. They have not discussed that with us. The buffer in the front on the post road is not a problem. If the buffer behind the building has changed also, that is a problem. As it is now, they park far less than 20 feet and far less than the required buffer, and much of the vegetation is taken down. The fence is in disrepair. So these issues have always been a concern, and they've never been fully addressed or have been ignored. We're wondering if that's going to continue. Thank you.
Well, what I can tell you is what we're looking at right now is just an improvement on the front of the building.
Front only.
Just everything's on the front. But some of the things that you have mentioned, I mean, maybe it can get to the ears of people, and maybe they can, you know, be considerate to some of the other things that might be happening to the rear of the property. So our board has nothing to do with that section.
Okay.
So all we're looking at is the improvement on the front of the building. So,
And that small, the building where the roof is coming off now, the round building, is that the
Okay.
one that you're talking about
they'll,
taking down?
what they'll do is, what you're presenting, you know, what you're doing right now, and what they're going to do is they're going to rebut, and they'll be able to answer the questions. Okay?
Thank
Ms. Rivera, can you please state your address?
65 Sunnyside Court.
Thank you.
Anyone else speaking in opposition? Anyone else opposed? Okay, we just have that one comment. You can rebut and cover a few things with her. I know your presentation's basically what you're doing in front.
Yep,
So there seems to be some other concerns with what's going on, but that's nothing for this board to solve. That would be up to the Mazda management. Maybe they've heard this before, maybe they haven't heard it before. Thank you. Go ahead.
So there are no there's no proposed changes to the rear buffer, as you mentioned earlier, and we aren't proposing any revisions to the existing Quonset roof at this time, possibly some normal maintenance, but other than that, no additional changes to the site.
Any questions, any other questions from anyone? No? Okay, this hearing's closed. Okay, your thoughts? It's, as presented, it's an addition along the front of the building. It's something that was stated that they absolutely need to enhance their business, and I think we want to help everybody in Milford be able to do more business. Okay, before we go any further, we were missing one voting member tonight, so I should have appointed someone. So Mr. Dubois, you'll be voting on this, okay? Thank you. Okay, any other thoughts? Motion?
That seems pretty basic to me. I don't have a problem with it.
Okay, we need a motion, please.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Reasons, please. Any reasons?
Well, they didn't state a hardship, so the hardship is the position of the existing building on the site. They don't have the frontage.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second on the motion. Mr. Soda?
With the motion.
Ms. Ferranti?
With the motion.
Ms. Falcott?
With the motion.
Mr. Dubois? With the motion. I'm with the motion. It's approved. Okay, new business. Do we have any new business? Any new business? Old business? Nope. Staff update? We need approval of the minutes from September 10th, 2019 hearing. Do we look at our minutes? Everything's okay? Yeah. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No. Applications for next month, sir?
Perhaps two.
Perhaps two.
Tom Lynch was in this afternoon with getting some applications.
Okay. Motion to adjourn? This meeting is adjourned.